November 9th, 2022, in Southern California, Fullerton police were led on a chase that they and the families involved will never forget. The chase began on the open roads of eastbound 91 freeway in Southern California. Being one of the most occupied routes in the state, it was only a matter of time before disaster would strike.
Very erratic and aggressive tactics as he tries to thread the needle here, squeezing through these two cars at a red light. You can see some front end damage on that bumper. Nobody right behind him, but making random turns nonetheless here at a pretty high rate of speed and not really stopping for any of these stop signs.
The suspect's vehicle was not only damaged, but said to be low on fuel with limited options. Desperately, he tries to steal a truck on the street.
Stop signs look like he's pulling over and maybe thinking about dumping the vehicle. There goes the driver's side door opening up, and he is either going to walk or run away here. He dropped his phone, and now maybe getting in the vehicle. We'll see here. It looks like he's very, very agitated, in a rush to get away from that vehicle. Getting in a pickup truck. We'll see if he. Okay, yeah, he does not. He does. I was going to say maybe he happens. Yeah, he's breaking into the pickup truck. Right, so he's getting back in that original car. Almost for a second looked like he was intentionally getting in that pickup truck, as if he also had the keys, but obviously was trying to break in there, now choosing to get away in that original pursuit vehicle.
After failing to occupy the truck, the suspect decides to ditch the vehicle, and what happens next will shock
right
you.
off the bat whether this vehicle belongs to him. It just doesn't make sense that he would just dump the vehicle for no other reason except for maybe the possibility of the fact that it might be running out of gas. So if the gas is low, and if it's a stolen car, that would have made a lot of sense. Now he's parking it in a parking spot once again. Clearly, really trying to get rid of this vehicle, and now running through this subdivision here. We'll try and get across here. It looks like it's going to be North Schooner Lane as he runs through these townhomes in Anaheim. We'll try and get, if we widen out, we'll see. Okay, let's stay on him right here. He's just running around this building here. Looks like he's coming up on another couple of cars parked here, a van and a small red compact car. Looks like he's trying to break in to the van. He finds an open door in that white van, and now you can see the black and whites pulling up right behind him. He's blocked in. He's inside the car, likely trying to hotwire it at this point. And you can see they have lit him up and basically blocked him in. If he tries to back out, it could get ugly.
The officers' guns drawn, not knowing whether this suspect is armed or not, make the decision to play it safe, to ensure the safety of themselves and others around them. But while waiting for backup, things go from bad to worse.
Again, if you're just tuning in, there is a pursuit driver that is just... Look at this! Look at this! Ramming into the front of that black and white. That is Fullerton police. Fullerton police now trying to block him in as he puts it in reverse. He's going up and down, he has nowhere to go here. He's really trying to ram that car out of his way as he is now stuck in that parking spot. There's really nowhere for him to go. He's got a fence in front of him. Look at this. Look at violently into reverse, ramming right into that Fullerton Police Department vehicle. This is very dangerous. Obviously, that officer has no choice but to use force if his life is in danger, but he is waiting for backup, and at this point really has very few options available to him. Here's another officer on the suspect's right rear flank. So now two officers, not sure if they both came from that same patrol car, but I only see those two officers on foot, and he is just going back and forth. Now he's created some room to escape here, and he's going to probably try and ram in again or do a 4-point turn and turn it around. He's got to turn it all the way around without hitting that tree, and he may have a couple minutes to do it here, because what else can those officers do? They really don't have many options. Here comes the backup. Here comes backup. Head to head. This is dangerous. Look at this. A head-on situation almost with that patrol car. Officers out of the vehicle, and now he's racing through the subdivision as more officers race into this neighborhood. Look at this. What is he going to do here? Around all of those black and whites, those are two Fullerton police officers that are now going to try and turn around with him. Look at this. Look at what we are seeing here. He is now back on Coronet Avenue after evading 4 separate black and whites who were just pulling into the neighborhood to try and help that original officer after a wild scene in that parking lot. We now have a brand new pursuit on our hands here as he has carjacked this vehicle and now racing down Coronet Avenue at Maple Street. Once again, a dangerous situation on the hands of Fullerton Police here. On this street here, as he makes a wild right turn into oncoming lanes of traffic, there's Anaheim PD's helicopter. They are directly over him, likely calling out for CHP, but right now, ever since he took this vehicle out of that parking lot, we have not seen any ground units engage with this suspect yet.
After many frightening minutes of driving at speeds over 100 miles per hour, the suspect takes the nearest exit.
Jurisdiction. Now he's getting off at Beach Boulevard. So getting off at Beach Boulevard, onto Beach Boulevard. Oh, look at that, fishtailing as he came off the freeway there.
While attempting to make his getaway, he tries to avoid being blocked in from the oncoming traffic and decides to take matters into his own hands, but not without a cost.
Trying to get around traffic. Yeah, almost slammed into that tree. Now, look at this. Fishtailing through the parking lot, drifting through an empty warehouse parking lot back onto Marquette Avenue. He is having a lot of trouble with this vehicle, guys. You saw some of that rubber flying off, and now he's going to have even more trouble maintaining control of this vehicle as he continues northbound on Marquette Avenue. Right along the wash here, there's a golf course off of the nose, but we are in a commercial area. It's going to turn into a more residential street if he continues, but there is a black and white now behind him, code 3 with lights and sirens on, about maybe 50 feet back. Let's go ahead and widen out and see which agency that is that's behind him. That looks like maybe still Fullerton. It's Fullerton PD. Fullerton PD back in pursuit, guys. Yeah, we're in the Norwalk area, I think, now as he comes up. Well, no, he's not in Norwalk yet, but look at this. He's going through that gas station without any tire on that left rear wheel. Almost struck several vehicles there. A miracle nobody's gotten hurt yet, but you can see he is really in a jam now. Lots of traffic ramming into all of these cars here. Again, this is northbound Carmenita Road now, and it's not moving. He's stuck.
Sparks flying as the missing tire digs into the street. The Fullerton PD are put into another intense standoff.
That patrol, that officer right there, has to treat this with kid glove care, and likely going to have to step away from his vehicle because we already seen him put it in reverse once and ram into that other patrol car. Right now he's trying to go forward and he's not going anywhere at all. It looks like the van is now stuck. Yeah, this is likely to start a fire. You can see those rims are starting to glow. There's certainly more on the way over here. Right now, if we widen it just a little bit, we can confirm just that one black and white. Just the one black and white. We're at Placid Drive, northbound Carmenita Road, and he is now stranded here. We'll see how this officer deals with this. He's likely just going to wait for backup, and right now it doesn't appear as though that van is going anywhere. You've got to wonder if he's thinking about getting out of this van and trying to hijack another one. You've got to at least wonder whether that's going through his mind. He's probably not aware. Well, now he's aware. I was going to say he might not even be aware that his wheel's on fire, but certainly he's aware of the fire under the hood. More pieces flying out there as this vehicle is starting to come apart.
The suspect desperately crawls out the passenger window and begins to run on foot.
PD, as he gets out of the vehicle, crawls out of the passenger window and is now running for it northbound Carmenita Road. Running up northbound Carmenita at Leffingwell Road as he crosses the street. We've seen this person make several desperate attempts to hijack other vehicles. We will see what he decides to do here. Lots of folks getting home here in Fullerton, or here in the La Mirada area, I want to say, and he is now running down the sidewalk without any other wheels at his disposal. He's going to start running out of steam here, and we'll see if this ends in a foot pursuit, because I think they are pursuing him on foot, but I can't confirm that from my vantage point. Here comes another officer in the opposite direction, and he's now run into a residential alleyway here. Loses his footing. Oh no, he's now on private property. You saw that it looked like a woman next to her home here. He's now in the backyard. and he's going to hide out here along Leffingwell Road and jumping fences. He's jumping fences, looking for a way into one of these homes.
After struggling to get into the house, the suspect breaks in through the sliding door, and then chaos ensues.
Very dangerous situation here where we have no information, but here comes somebody running out the front. Look at this. Look at this, a confrontation inside the house, a family home, and now we're going to come around the front here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, look at this. He's in the truck. He's in the truck. He's in the truck. He just got in that truck. There's a dog under that truck. Oh my goodness, look at this. He just stole the, oh my god, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is incredible. This is incredible.
After more dangerous maneuvers and close calls, what seemed like a never-ending chase, with a total time of 1 hour and 10 minutes, the final standoff begins at a gas station in the middle of the night.
Bucks. Head on, head on, head on. Unbelievable, head on with another car, and here comes not even a pit maneuver, but they rammed into him from behind, into a gas station, folks getting gas at the corner of Gale and Hacienda, into a gas pump, and now he's going to try and get out probably, but he's going to put it in reverse, back in reverse towards that deputy. Look at this, ramming into the front end, they're shooting at him, they're shooting, we're going to widen out, and they are now firing into the cab of that pickup truck. Unbelievable. They are using force. Deadly force is being employed at this moment to try and stop this madness. Yes? Yes. Somebody's hurt. It looks like somebody, that's the driver. That's the driver. It looks like the driver of that car that he rammed head on into. It looks like he's being arrested. He's being detained for some reason. Not sure what that's about, but we'll focus on the truck for now.
With shields in hand, an arrest team approaches the truck with caution, and miraculously, the driver is handcuffed and is able to walk to the police cruiser. Moments later, after being searched, the fire department comes by to check the suspect for wounds. After being checked, he is then taken to the hospital in an ambulance. The list of charges for this chase is as shown: 25 charges, and if convicted on all counts, he will face 54 years in prison.